Hey everybody, this is Todd with Industrial Comfort. And by everybody today, I really mean Darren, who aside from my friends and family, has been one of my biggest supporters. And I appreciate you, man. So he's always teasing me in the comments about things related to biscuits. So when I made this rolling pin, he said, can it roll biscuits? When I made this cutting board, he said, can you roll biscuits on it? So finally I decided I was going to make him a biscuit cutter. Now this is from a piece of ash wood from Vermont that I saved from the fire pit pile. Now, you can see I've actually even rolled the top to increase its aerodynamic characteristics so that it really drives cutting performance. As you can see, it does a great job cutting biscuits. So Darren, this is what I want you to do. I want you to watch the video, like it, and then send it to 1 million of your friends. Then I want you to go to the Etsy page, and I put a link in the description. I want you to direct message me, and I'm going to pop this in the mail for you. I appreciate you watching and supporting me, man. Let me show you how I made your biscuit cutter. Here in New England, our firewood is really nice hardwood, so I grabbed a piece of ash that I had in the log pile and cut out a blank, which I'm now rounding over between centers. I'm then going to cut a tenon on one end so I can put it into the chuck to finish the project. With the tenon completed, I'm going to remove from between centers and put the blank into the chuck so I can begin coring out the center of the biscuit cutter. In previous videos, I've mentioned how difficult it is to use a large Forstner bit to cut into engrain. I decided against my better judgment to try it here, and sure enough, it didn't work. So I moved on to a parting tool and a bowl gouge to rough out the interior of the biscuit cutter. Now I chose a parting tool because that would enable me to get a nice straight parallel cut into the blank, and then I could use the bowl gouge to remove the remaining material. With the interior of the biscuit cutter now roughed out, I move to the outside and really focus on not only thinning the walls, but then adding a lip to what will eventually be the top of the biscuit cutter so that you can grab onto it. As I look to flatten the walls of this biscuit cutter, I decide to move from the bowl gouge to the roughing gouge. Roughing gouges have larger, flatter blade surfaces, which will make flattening the walls much easier on this biscuit cutter. I grab the bowl gouge again so I can start to create the upper lip of this biscuit cutter. I move on to sanding, starting with 220 grit and moving my way up to 400 grit. I then use my parting tool to cut the biscuit cutter off the blank. A quick sand of the top, first using 220 grit and then moving up to 400 grit. Followed by a coating of food-grade walnut oil, which I'll let cure for 24 hours. Now, will this biscuit cutter cut? Of course it does. It actually cuts pretty well. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Thanks for watching.